Hello, I'm EnterElysium, welcome back to OPUS MAGNUM, where we are an alchemist making all the things, currently for House Van Tassen. So this is a game where we build things from other things using levers and things. I'm great at describing games. We're going to start off with face powder. Have you seen Lady Van Tassen recently? A few days ago. Why? Did you notice how pale her face is? Oh, she's well known for pallor. Why? Did someone ask you to do something about it? Armand did. It seems it's gotten worse lately. People are whispering about her health. That's unfortunate. She has an easy time of it. I'd hate to see her slandered on top of it all. Let's make some face powder. Which is a salt. And a earth? Yeah, we can do that. That's super easy. Okay, so we need to get them together. We also need to calcify. Right. Trying to think how best to do this. Probably like this. So we use that, we grab that, we put it here, we calcify, we drop. You grab an earth, you put an earth there. Grab an earth, put the earth there. Grab an earth, salt, drop. Grab an earth, push earth. Yeah, that'll work. Right, so we grab the earth, we turn twice, we extend the arm, so it goes to turn into salt. We pull it back, we reset the arm, we grab, we rotate, we extend, so it gets to here, it will combine, and then we push it up to here, and then we reset. And this will, salt, drop, earth, combine, drop. There we go! See, that was not too hard. Hopefully that came across. I know when I'm having a thought process in my head and trying to visualize movement and objects, it's very hard to explain that, especially when I only have so much area to gesture with. My left arm is going to hit the microphone stand, so I can't... I really couldn't gesture with one hand, because the other one is on the keyboard under the microphone boom. Like, the microphone boom's like here, not like here or anything. Like, ideally, I guess I should have it above my head or something. I don't, because I'm not sensible. So my arm is like kind of constrained. I guess in future I really should put the boom over there. Either way, so how are we doing? We did area 7. I don't think you can get better than 7. You can do a lot better on cycles. But we're gonna say we're just gonna go for area on that one. Next one we'll try and do cycles or something. This should help the lady's face look less pale. It's just quite a superficial solution. Who can we say that troubles a lady? It's not known for us to know. Have you ever heard her speak? She didn't say a word during the dinner I went to. I remember her speaking to me once or twice when I was a child. Once or twice? That's not much. Just another mystery of the Van Tassens. Okay, let's do waterproof sealant. Do you know much about ships? Our merchant fleet delivers goods to overseas about once a month. Why? Captain Gelt told me they have some kind of substance they put on the hull so they don't rot. Have you ever been on a ship? I haven't, no. Sounds ghastly, being tossed around in the ocean then get eaten by sea monsters. I'm not sure all sea voyages are like that. Enough of them are. I do like their conversations. They do have some pretty fun bits. This is a glyph of multi-bonding. It can create up to 3 bonds at once. We need to create that, and we have those. We don't even need the glyph of multi-bonding, really. What's the easiest way to do this? We're not going for... What do we want to do for this one? Do we want to do speed? We could do speed. If we're going for speed, we probably want to use the glyph of multi-bonding. And if you grab to there... Right. So if you... Okay, so what we need to do... is we need to get lots of this onto here. The issue is, how are we going to get that to there reliably fast enough, but also to there? We're going to be limited by how quickly we can grab off of this, because we've only got one of these, and you can only grab so often. Once every 2, because 1 you grab, 2 you move. Then someone else can grab. If you try and grab during a movement cycle, you'll lock the system up. Like if I put grab, swing, grab, swing. We'll grab, swing, grab, swing. Oh. Sorry, that should be on this one. Right. Grab, swing, grab, swing. That works. If, however, I was to move this and try to do it this fast, it grabs the moving arm and it prevents the system from working. So the fastest we can get any blue item out is going to be every 2. We need 2 blue items, so the fastest we can make this, in theory, this is just a theoretical lower limit, is every 4 we can make a blue. Now, that is theoretical, because it depends how fast we can actually get this to bond. My thought process goes like, we could do that. And then something like that. Oh. We only need one of these every 4, actually, right? Because it's only one of these, 2 of those, so that's every 4 we'll have this. So we only need this every 4. So 3 was to grab 1, rotate, reset, which does take 4. Then we're fine. Because if we let that... Oh, we need to reset them, that's why they're not... There we go. 1, yes, 2, rotate that way. 3, grab, drop, reset. There we go. So this is taking 4. Right. 4. You'll need to grab the output. So grab, rotate, reset. Ah, right. You need to grab this output. Right. Okay, right. We need to mirror this. So, we actually need that to end up here. But that's not going to happen if we rotate it like this. It's going to end up more like that. So... that's gonna end up being... There we go. And then we need to somehow get this over to somewhere else. So I'm guessing 5. If you grab, rotate, reset, you should end up dropping it here. And that's as fast as we can get it. Note that there's 1, 2, 3 active areas here. And that's a lighter color. There's no other light colors. If you look, again, like, here's a light color, here's a dark color. Light means that this is a wait, it's a hold. It's a blank space, but it's a blank space that is actually in the timeline. If I press play, you'll notice that it's actually filled with blank. Since this, when I hit play, everything is used. Everything is 4 as a period. Of course, this is getting 2 things active on this every 4, because this is going to play the first 2 and the last 2 at the same time. Watch. There we go. So the last one's playing there, we're playing the beginning of that. So, this is the fastest we can ever do this, I think. I don't think you could do this any faster. Yeah, 29, and it seems to be that is probably the fastest you could do. Of course, you could do this much more compact. I didn't go for area on this. Like, I really wasn't playing for area here, and you could probably do it better. But that is one way to do it. Now, if we go back to continue editing, if we instead fed the blue in from this side, we could use... This is completely wasteful, by the way, just having this lying around. If we fed the blue in from here, we could feed it in from the other side. Could we? No, I don't think there'd be a way to feed the blue in to the center at the same time as feeding it into here. Yeah, I think this is probably the fastest we can do. And of course it'll be a lot cheaper now I've got rid of that. There we go. That's far cheaper. And we're going to return to the main menu. We're done here. With this sealant ready, the fleet should soon be ready to sail again and bring back, well, whatever it brings. They're loaded with all kinds of strange things. Cloth, pottery, mineral, rare herbs, strange stones. Sometimes even animals. Sounds like a good business. I'm not sure. Those contracts were drawn up centuries ago. I don't even... Armand knows the details. That sounds like a very well-organised house. I'm not even sure what my merchant fleet's bringing in. Airship fuel. The airship is out of fuel? That's an old thing. First time I've heard someone say that old thing in reference to any airship. The last time I remember the airship actually in the air was the celebration of Frederick's birth. Oh, there's like an airship on the background. It might be hiding at the moment. I think it's there. That's cool. Clearly Frederick disappointed his grandfather so much he never took it out again. More likely simply been out of fuel the entire time. The whole time? Are you serious? After the old head alchemist died, we had an interim one for a while who was not great. Ooh. Okay, what do we need to make? So, fire bonded to fire. That's easy enough. And then we need to chuck on a couple of salt on the end. Now, sadly, there isn't a common rotation point. Because I was gonna say we could do this really, really easily if there was a common rotation point. Because we could rotate it around and get it to grab salt atoms by rotating it in place. Since that's not the case, we're going to have to do something a little bit more complicated. Now, the really sad part here is we've got to make 4 from 3. So we won't be able to get it to be super fast. Okay. So the easiest way to do this is to probably bond, and then when we swing it out of the bond, it will swing into a place where it can double bond again. So somewhere like that. So that there, that's a push, not a swing. Either way, the point of that is that that will then bond the salt atom here, the salt atom there, so we need to be able to make salt atoms here. And we need to make salt atoms up here. Now the problem is, because we're swinging over grab, swing, swing, 3, let go, swing, swing, 6. It's going to take us 6 to do each salt. Now, we could try and speed that up by using multiple arms. If we had like multiple glyphs of calcification, we put an arm here, we put an arm here, grab, swing, swing, grab, swing, swing. We get that down to 3. In theory, of course, the lower limit is 2, because you've got a grab move. So in theory, we could maybe get it to be lower. There are ways of doing that. Much more complicated ways, which I haven't actually talked about yet. So maybe that's a good idea. Maybe we should talk about that. Let's see if we can get this to be incredibly fast. So we're looking to do 1 every 2 blocks. So everything in this game has to be every 2 blocks. I'm going to move this a little bit further away and we'll start over here. So, we need you, we need you. As per usual, grab, grab, swing, swing, reset, reset. So grab, grab. That works. Then, I'll need you to swing out of here. So, I mean, we could just do a push rather than a swing. A push would save more room, but a push would also be slower, because you make a lot of room by swinging. Like, if we had this being a long handle, this would swing all the way from here to here. Which is useful. But this will then be that way, so we'd have to rotate all of this. Push is probably easiest in these circumstances, but remember, we want to be pushing every 2. So you've got to go grab, push. Which means we'll need a second one to push, because of course they're going to have periods where they can't do that. So if you go grab, and then you go grab, push, push, and then reset, reset, what we should see is... Oh, wait, you should be... Whoopsie. There we go. Ah, it's going to be every 4. This is going to be every 4 because we're bonding to... Right. Trying to think of any way we could speed this up. We could maybe get to be every 3, but it's going to be very, very complicated to do. Right, so this is going to be every 3. Every 4 now. And then that'll lock up because it's hitting that. Yeah. So this is going to be every 4. It's arguable we might be able to make this quicker. But the only way to make this quicker is to involve these putting fire into here. And that's going to be so much harder to do, because to get fire from here, where it's going to be calcified all the time, to here is going to be difficult. I think the lower limit for this has got to be 3, and we're currently working with a period of 4. I think we'll build a period of 4, and we'll have a look at it in a bit. So you will push to there. That's what your current task is. It's what you do. You push, it goes there, and then we need to feed it salt. And ideally we want to feed it 1 salt every 4 on both of these. And this is actually really, really easy for us to do, because both 5 and 4, in theory... Right. So the way this is going to work is 4, you grab, you swing twice, you reset. You, on the other hand, 5. Where are you? You grab, you swing once, you push once, you reset. And then we'll do the same for you. And then grab, swing, push, reset. Whoops, I may have told the bottom ones to do the wrong way around. Oh, no I didn't. I just started them in the wrong place, because I'm a ninny. Right, grab. And there we go. Yes, they're colliding, which is perfect. We actually want that. Now, you'll note that we now have padding. The reason being is that we're providing 2 lots of salt. This is actually enough to make 2 molecules. The reason being we couldn't really get... We couldn't get one to provide itself in 4, could we? No. Yeah, no. Even if we used like a more complicated setup, we'd still be relying on grab, move, drop, which is 4. Reset. Even at best, we're looking at a much more complicated setup there. Yeah, so that was not going to work. This, on the other hand, will work if we just need to put a repeat order in here, 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 here. Oh, not 4. We do, however, need something to be able to push the thing over to here, which we can use 8 for. And 8's job is to grab, push, reset. And it should push it to here. So what we should see is... Okay. That's fine. That just means we need to offset 5 and 8 to be slower. 5 and 7, sorry. 5, we'll move you to here. I don't think that'll actually work. Oh, it does. Question is, 8, why did you not go? Because you need to repeat yourself. There we go, okay. There we go. And there we go. We did it. Not as fast as we could. We got it in 28. We could do it faster. In fact, some people have done incredibly fast. If we have a look at this. We're doing as fast as we can with that central red section. That red section couldn't be sped up. But I am wondering if we could have sped up somewhere else. Have we made a mistake somewhere with the salt? We're doing 1 salt every 4. Well, we're doing 1 of these every 4, right? Let's watch. Right. 1. Okay, so this is going to be 1, where it's blank. 4 will be the last one that's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So yeah, we've got 1 going in every 4. Now, like I said, the lower bound for this is probably 3, just because we do have spare cycles. If we watch this red, it's being grabbed, it's being grabbed, it's being grabbed, it's being grabbed. So it's go grab, move, grab. You can tell grab because the little grey bits go in, move. So that red is busy all the time. Now watch the reds down here, these firearms. Wait for it, wait for it. Watch this. Grab, move. Wait, grab. Nope, wait, that's a double wait. Triple wait, grab, move, wait, grab, move, wait. So it's got 4 waits. It's got a 1 wait and it's got a 3 wait. In fact, the cycles for 6 and 7 are slightly out of kilter. Not that it matters, because it wouldn't speed up the game, but there are a lot of wait periods there where we're making salts, which we could be using to maybe speed up the engine. Now, how we'd speed it up, I don't know. We'd probably have to somehow feed a red into here. Now, how that would particularly speed it up, I'm not sure, because the fastest we could ever get this section up here, if with just 1 red feeding 1 salt, is, 1 salt every 2. If we've got 2 salts, that's every 4. That's the fastest we could ever be. So even if we just moved this fire up to here, and made fire every 2 turns, because grab, move, we'd still be limited by the salt. So you're going to have one of these reds being shared between making the fire and making salt. So if we shared both of those, I see how you could do it right now. This fire here, you'd feed into here. Something like that, wouldn't you? You'd just grab that fire, you'd somehow swing it in there, and you'd do something similar down here. Because that could go and grab a... I don't know. It'd be complicated. It certainly would be a much, much bigger thing. But I can see how they do it conceptually. You'd have to feed the fire in occasionally to here, while also making salt. So these spare cycles you'd make an extra fire with, and an extra salt. Because we're making, 2 salt in many cycles. Quite a few, actually. It's 8 cycles, isn't it? Because we're making 2 fire every 2, so that's 4. And we're making 2 salt on each end, so 4 salt in 4. And we've got spare cycles. And we've got 4 spare cycles, so we're making 4 salt in every 8. And we could get that down a lot. Something like that. So conceptually, I don't know if I'm explaining it well, but that's how we could speed that engine up. I'm going to say that's good enough, though. I quite like it. Simple enough. Now the Van Tassen airship can take to the skies. As long as we find someone to pilot it. Doesn't seem complicated. How about me? How about Captain Gelt or Frederick? That's disturbing thought. Maybe we should pretend the airship is still out of fuel. Good idea. Let's do precision machine oil, though. What is it now? Apparently, Armand arranged for Frederick to go on a date with a young lady from another house. Oh dear. And I have to make some machine oil. Wait, what? That's... I mean, it is technically a lube, but... For the observatory, Frederick tried to take her there, but everything was rusted solid. Of course. Even better, Clara, the young lady, is from House Soria. She's probably trying to prove their observatory just as good as they... Okay. She must have been just impressed all around. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. So we need to make this. Machine oil. It is... tin? Tin. And water. Okay, we've got lead, we've got quicksilver, and we've got water. Now, this is a perfect example of a symmetrical molecule. It's gonna be really easy to do this by spinning it around. So what we want is to make sure that you are... Yes, so we're going to grab you, swing up to here. We're going to continually make tin as fast as possible, while spinning this around to grab 2 tin atoms, and then we'll spin it off to go, you know, pardon me, get placed. So this is actually where we're going to do the placement. We're going to do the placement up here, but I'm keeping this here for the moment as like a guide. So to make you, we're going to need this. We're going to need you. One, can you swing past that? No, you cannot. Alright, you'll have to swing there. Lead. Quicksilver. And then we want to make sure we've got plenty of Quicksilver being supplied. Because remember, minimum period is 2. We're going to try and do this as fast as possible. Not that I think it's going to be particularly successful. So 5 and 6, I want you at the top because you are my first 2. 2 actually wants to go anti-clockwise, so... Whoops. Okay. Use 6, you are my lead producer, and then I probably just want you to just keep going. No, we need to make... also need to make a lot of lead. Okay, right. So we're actually going to need to do the same thing over here to produce lead as quickly as possible, because it's going to get turned into tin. Okay, you following? I'm not sure if I am. We'll get rid of 7 for now. So 4 and 3 need to do something similar. Whoops, the wrong one. 3 is turning that way, 4 is turning the other way, reset. Right. So this should be, the drop command should be ordered to grab that and move it up here. Now the thing is, if we're making a tin every 2, again, we're going to need to come up with a way of moving that tin very regularly. And we will need 2 levers and 2 slots. The thing is, right now we don't have 2 levers or 2 slots. So we're going to need to get slightly more complicated by doing this. I mean, there are several ways of doing this. You don't have to use this method. But this is... I'll get rid of 5 for the moment as well. One of them. When you create, so you let go, the next cycle, because it's the cycle after letting go that this works. 5, swing, and then the cycle after letting go, so... Let's see if we can speed it up, but I don't think it's going to work. Oh, it does! It does. Okay, right, that works. Sorry. We can grab while it's being transformed effectively, because this is a transformation cycle here. It's when we let go, we're also grabbing. It's being transformed in that cycle. Right. Now, the rest is easy, because this is the only part we need to make sure is super fast. Water, we can do 1 every 4. Water is easy by comparison. So we just need to provide water. So, if we provide water to here, you're providing the precision machine oil here. What we do is make sure that that is a bond. And so, 7. When do you start swinging that? 5 or 6? In theory, you should actually be there. Should the first one grab? Second one? Yes. Okay. When you let go, there should be a water already there. So 7, swing, reset. And then we need to spin it 3 times. 1, 2. That's the issue. We need to be spinning it very fast to keep up with this. Ooh. What about if we feed the chain? Right, so we could not rotate it. We could feed it as a chain. So we put a tin here, put a water here, move the water up, put a tin here. That would work. So if we change 5 to be the one behind, because 5 is to go first. And then 6 to be the one here. 5, yeah, do that. 6, you need to do the same. Okay, that works. The issue is going to be feeding the water at the right time. Because we're going to need to be able to feed that and then feed the entire thing through. There we go. And that's what we're looking for. But the slight gap as water is placed and then pushed through. It's got to be pushed through. Or, you know, we could grab this and move it up. There are a couple of ways to do that, again. I think what we'll do is we'll just do a grab and pull up. That'll be easier. So we'll need a track to move it. That there. 8, you're not needed anymore. Okay. So as soon as this is placed, we need 8 to grab. Right. 8. Grab. Move up 1. Reset. And the period for that is 4, so that should actually work. And there we go. That's our gap. That is where we strike. So this is the point where that should be feeding the blue in. So, what are you called? 7. Right, let's find that gap again. 7. You're grabbing at the right point. You need to rotate the other way, though. If I delay 7 by 1, I think it'll be too late, but we'll try. No! That is it! That is it. That is our final product right there. That is exactly what we've needed. Yeah. Okay. And for the sake of looks, I'm going to just put that there. Take up a little less area. And then we can put the final output, like, here. We can just straight up, like, push it over or something. I mean, we can't actually straight up push it over because we can't do that. Actually, we could. We could grab this and just shift it like that. Oh, no, there won't be one. There'll be here. Right. We'd have to, like, pull it over. Yoink. Grab, pull, let go, reset. Yeah, it's going to have issues resetting that often. We could do a grab, move. 7, do you do that quickly enough? Sorry, not 7. 8. 8 might not do that quickly enough. 8 might have a cycle that's too long. No, it's a full cycle. Grab, move, let go, move back. Yeah. Grab, move, let go, move back is a fine cycle. Grab, move, let go, move back. Yes, so the pulley can do that as well. So you go up here. Hell, we could even, like, swing it somewhere else if we really cared. I don't. Spoilers. Now, I could do this as a track or something. I'm going to do it like this because I am lazy. So 7, not 9. I don't know why I'm saying 7 when I actually really do mean 9. We want you to grab when the other one is letting go, push, reset. So, right. Ooh. Okay. So as that one is moving, it's actually hitting the last one coming in. There's an easy way to solve that. We get rid of 9. And we do something that gets a big movement from here early on in that move. Because we can, you know, get past that with the age-old game of, oh, I grab that, I swing it to the side, and then I let go. And because that gives a big movement, it should, in theory, avoid... There we go. Now, note that the issue we had was in the same cycle. This is being... Wait. Here we go. The upcoming cycle. This is being pushed, and this is being swung. If we're moving that one block, and this is being moved up to here, they're actually going to collide. Because it's in the same turn they're moving, but they can still collide in the same turn. Whereas we now, we swing this. Swing is a big, very, very big motion. And so by swinging this, we're going to get a lot more movement out of it. I'm trying to think if we could do it with less space required. Yes, we can. There we go. 115 cycles is my best 4, now 29. 29 is pretty impressive. Now, alternatively, you know, you could put the 9 here. You could put that... no, you couldn't. Could you? No, we can. We could put it like that. And then we could tell 9 to swing the other way. Or we couldn't. Because of very, very good reasons. Okay, well, we'll settle for that. I think that's still a pretty cathartic exercise. Look at it. Look at it. It's pretty. And the air is not terrible. The cost is pretty high, but that's because we've used a few, you know, swingy arms, each one, and the piston arm. I think that's good. So I'm going to call it here for this episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We did talk a little bit more about trying to do faster ones, which involves min-maxing the timing cycle, which of course for each element is 2. So the minimum you're ever going to get, if you've got an equal amount of elements to the amount in the product, is 2. If you've got more elements, then yeah, you can do it faster, because you can provide an element for each one every turn, in theory. But if you've got one element to one product, then the minimum you get to is 2. Because you need to grab, move, before that will pop up on the move cycle. You can't grab it as it's popping up, because there's something moving over the top of it at the time. But, until next time, I've been EnterElysium. Let me know down below your thoughts on the game. Give me any feedback on what you'd like to see, if you'd like me to explain things better or worse, or any particular point in the game you'd like me to talk about. Obviously, my solutions aren't going to be the best solutions, because I am A, trying to commentate, B, it is 2:30 AM, which doesn't help, and also I have a headache. But also because, you know, I'm trying to make a video and trying to explain stuff at the same time, it does mean that I have less processing power for the individual things in the games, but I'm still pretty happy with that solution for 29 there. So yeah, let me know all the feedback, and until next time, I've been EnterElysium. Stay shiny.